June the 4th at about 10 to 3 in the afternoon. Effort one up. Oh, such a big girl. Oh, there we go. So I made a smoothie. Almond milk and stuff. And this is just my blast from the turmeric from this morning from my roast juice. It won't taste like anything. But it used to be, like I always did the same sort of thing. My summers were, any meal when I had at home was almost always smoothie based, throughout my years with James anyway, because it's easy. And oh so refreshing. I mean, you can make them so they taste pretty much like a milkshake and have almost no calories. Like really, the only calories that are in this thing are healthy calories. With the, like, you'd probably make yours a lot sweeter. Mine has sour cherries, it's pretty sour, and wild blueberries, because that was accessible in my freezer. James doesn't like smoothies at all, but I've managed to make some that he's went, oh, okay, yeah. But this one's a protein kind of smoothie. But sometimes I'll make them where there's more of an emphasis on healthy fats or more of an emphasis on fiber. Depends what I feel like. But my smoothies over the years have evolved differently. Like I used to always use soy milk as the base. Always. Soy was my go-to protein source. I didn't eat very much aside from soy for protein. And my soy milk of choice was Silk. This is Silk brand almond milk, unsweetened. And just no flavor. It's fine. It's only 30 calories per serving. I've had other brands. They're fine too. I prefer to make my own when I have time or energy or whatever, but this I saw it on sale for $1.99 a carton, so this is the Silk one, and I went, yeah, I really can't even make it for that cheap probably, and whatever, I just didn't feel like making it. It's good. But the soy milk, if you're into that, I mean, I used to drink soy milk because, well, the Silk brand is really smooth. It's good. The other brands are disgusting. But I drank it because of the protein content. No, I'm not wanting to consume soy in that form any longer. I haven't been, but the almond milk, it lacks the protein, so I mean, it's still a healthy product, it's just you're not getting the protein from there, so you have to account for that. If you like yogurt, as my dear friend Paris does, you can really pound back a lot of protein with a Greek yogurt. And still get nothing, no fruit, no sweetener, no nothing in it. Just get it plain. You can add whatever you want to it. It'll be healthier if you do it. But yeah, after my soy kick, I was totally into Greek yogurt. There was a bit of an overlap there, actually. I was just loading back on both of them, but I mean, I was so active. Like I really, a lot of the time, I'm pretty sore, but I don't know, I think it must be some sort of genetic thing or something. Like, I totally need to be productive, and I don't know, somehow I find a way. Anyway. But the good thing about making your own almond milk is, one, you don't have the packaging, which, what are you going to do with that afterwards? Nothing. And so what a waste. You just paid for packaging for no reason. So making your own almond milk is better that way. And it's lighter. If you're like me and you walk everywhere and pack what you buy, buying almond milk in a carton hurts. So you don't want to do that too often. So if you buy the just plain raw almonds, well, that's not going to weigh nearly as much as all that water that goes into the almond milk, right? So making your own almond milk is not hard. You might think it is. Just look on the internet. There's lots of different recipes, people showing you how to make it. It's so simple. But yeah, when I'm making, I have a friend who, she doesn't want to do any dishes ever. So she said to me, no, I don't want to do the juicing because then I have to wash it, and I don't want to wash it. And you know, it's amazing, if you're just doing ginger juice, I don't think you'd have to wash that. Honestly, if you just like scrape out the ginger pulp and put it in the garden or whatever, I don't think anything could go after that on the, I don't know, but I'll ask her, because I actually wash my juicer, but I probably don't wash it as often as most people. Like, I don't wash it every time. Like with my blender, I remember I was telling somebody I worked with that I only wash things like once a week. And she was horrified. And I'm like, I stick it in the fridge or in the freezer if I know I'm gonna be using it a lot, and if it's like soy milk, I don't want that stuff. That goes bad. It's really yucky. But anyway, so that's how I'd use this whole thing would go in the freezer. And really that's for the most part in summer. Oh, my umbrella wants to marry Poppins. But for the most part in the summer, if this is all you're eating, then you don't have a lot of things stored in your freezer. You can just stick that in. And there you go. You don't have to wash it. At least that's what I did. So, or in the fridge if you're planning, say you're planning on doing dishes in a couple days or whatever. It'll be fine in there. Who cares? And I used to, my smoothies used to be way sweeter. I used to use banana to sweeten them. So every time I'd make one of these, there'd be a banana in there, for sure. Guaranteed. And I could go through several bananas a day, which I don't recommend. That's, you know, I was taking in way too many bananas, but I really like the things. Hardly ever eat them anymore, because this is how I was eating them. But now it's sour cherries, so it's a very different flavored smoothie. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll put some ground flax seeds in there or something, but I really don't like it in here. I often use the hemp protein powder. Didn't blow away yet. But you can put whatever protein powder you prefer. I typically prefer the brown rice protein powder, but that's just me. You can pretty much put it in any kind of flavor. But with this is fine with hemp. I don't, you know, it used to, the hemp protein powder used to taste kind of green to me. So it used to be harder for me to take, but now it doesn't bother me. I guess I'm used to it. So I can pretty much have it in all sorts of flavored stuff. But one thing I don't recommend is getting the stevia sweetened protein powders of any kind. Like, it's disgusting. If you want to add stevia to your smoothie, just do it yourself, I suppose. But those ones, they are way too sweet. I don't know, they must be trying to interest some children in drinking that stuff or something. And no child would. Like, they'll put weird things like spirulina or something in the, no kid's gonna go for that. But anyway, I gotta take this down or it's gonna blow away.